Israelite groups and all Israelite communities and all breakoffs from One West and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the standing tail. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the Most High. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pot. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. A man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for left. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile leg. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thugging with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole. Was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
AB with the keys.
They say the spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. That's why I've been all black, booty, ready for war like your Howard Shire. Raised under boys and mighty men just so I can
put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Beat my ribs, she suffer all my hurt. Give her all my love, she about that work. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Papa Charles, let me prove a worth it. When the sky falls, it's gonna keep working. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. I mean, put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Watch my uncle, we all been out here, we all about it, my father's work. Yahweh, Shai. I'm from Miss Move all the time, my ladies is fine, we follow the order I told you. for the culture you ain't thought of. Streets I was taught on, type you can dearly depart on. Bought, sold, and I fought on. Charges I caught on, they call it the cause of the heart that I got for assault on my block. Snitch, I am not. Hate for a cop, my enemy sinned against me, I'm a sinner. But what they got in them, they heal them, baptism of Christ. Screaming, how it shine. Hear my battle cry, ready to die, no biggie. Hardly offend me, I'm litty, she wanna get with me, I'm picky. Digging the rip till she dizzy. Give her the rapture, get her back rubbed, then back to the action. Packing the full metal jacket, never get murked. Putting in my father's work. Never see me with them heathens, my team hated. We the greatest on face of the earth. We the truth, I know it hurt. Fruitless to believe your words. It ain't about nothing, you bluffing. Scared, go to church. True definition of Christian win. You got 15 men, we got 2 or 3. But the difference is we got discipline. Nigga, listen here. War with these warriors, get your whole existence clear. Talking you, your house, all your rich kids. Screaming, oh my God, with the vengeance here. So I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Beat my ribs, she suffer all my hurt. Give her all my love, she about that work. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Bobby Shaw, let me prove a worth. And when the sky falls, you gon' catch me working. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. I mean, put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Watch my arms and we all been out here. We all about that my father's work. Chosen rose and concrete. Ain't nothing sweet for a street. Dwell on my record, told the story, selling for cake every day. Do I just want to celebrate? 1738. Up in my cup like what's up is you single to mingle. I'll bring you out the world, show you queendom. Lead you straight to the kingdom. We ain't gon' rush, of course. I was taught the court till you make your mind up and say you mine. Soaking in the oil, smelling so divine. Make me lay hold of 110.5. You was my desire, you're the righteous guy. But I've been so wicked from the dirt. Filling your portion, of course, it's more than I'm worth. Just make me get back to this work. Ready for war, okay, booty. Bulletproof shooters to do what they told. Orders by generals from the Lord of hosts. Double time, nigga, let's go. Blazing on all the beasts in the street, I got heat. Rude speech about they bad luck and they lies till they cross the line. Then they come to find their whole body bagged up. Got a cut, leaving blood everywhere for the art that he thought. He told him walk with me when I talk simply. Is that what I talk is the law? Be so heavy though, it's when I'm watching forwards who gon' rock and roll off the hook. Fish the most vicious niggas out malicious conditions. This hit isn't for the shook, but watch while I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Beat my ribs, she suffer all my hurt. Give her all my love, she about that work. While I put my brick in and do his work. Put my brick in and do his work. Bobby Shaw, let me prove a worth. And when the sky falls, you gon' catch me working. While I put my brick in and do his work.
Like that ball.
Get the camera right. We can get a little bit more of that you in the bubble shot. Hey, that look good to me. Yes, sir. Hey, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Go ahead and clap it up for class. Y'all about Shimmy y'all shot by thumb to the brother. Y'all small thumb about Shimmy y'all shot to the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer 50 High Call here for the ISUPK Atlanta Monday history class. And y'all see that we are just adjusting the screen and everything here. Hopefully you ain't got to adjust it too much. You know what I'm saying? I got a little fresh Mitri on. Shout out to my other one, Priest and Officer 5,000 Positive Eye. You know what I'm saying? Hook me up with, you know what I'm saying, the fresh Mitri. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, hope that's on straight. I'm rocking that prop. You know what I'm saying? Saying correct. All right, well, Shalom, like I said, we're here for the ISUPK history class. All right. Quick little rundown, like I always do at the beginning of every class, let you know exactly what we do here at 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. All right. We bring our people to the truth. Since 1969, under Commander General Yohana, that's exactly what we've been doing. ISUPK has been bringing our people. I say our people, I do mean so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, bringing them back to the truth, bringing them back to the heritage. All right. So
history being tonight's class, this is a very fundamental part. Oh, so like, did you have a mic?
Last second.
Yeah, let's try to get you straight now. So that's that there. Checking the switchboard. Yeah, it's like so. So that's the very important thing that we have to do. Is understand our history and come back to how our forefathers moved. You know what I'm saying? Just like 1 second. Yeah, we want to move like our forefathers moved. Right? Because our forefathers, they knew the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go through some things tonight of how you fall off and everything like that, but we got to get back to knowing who we serve, knowing that we are the children of Israel. All right, knowing that the God of Israel is only for His chosen people. Okay, it's not a free for all where whoever can claim His name and pronounce His name, like the Christian church in this speech. You know what I'm saying? Like this, you gotta have credentials. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about this the other day. Of course, Scripture says that He's a jealous God. Well, I have to agree, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, my father. He's a jealous God. I'm a jealous child. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be claiming my father. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the same way. So all these other little heathen, nations out here, they want to claim, my father, you can't claim him. You know what I'm saying? I'm jealous. That's my father. That's my Lord. You know what I'm saying? These promises, these covenants, they don't apply to you. You know what I'm saying? They apply to the 12 tribes of the house of Israel. And that is clearly laid out for you in these scriptures. All right. So going back to, like I said, rundown of what we do here at 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. Today's history. Tomorrow we will have our brotherhood class. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we will have priest and officer 5000, our camp leader here in Atlanta, Officer Yarmiyah, teaching. And on Wednesday, I believe it is priest and officer 50, Makalat. And Thursday, we tune into General Muhammad Scripture Breakdown class, a very heavy class that you definitely need to check into. Got questions on any type of scripture breakdown, any type of personal questions, or lingering, thoughts and ideas, you may have, might be confused on, just contemplating on. All right. Friday, Lashwan Kadash. Get in here for that Lashwan Kadash class, because that's where we learn how to speak Hebrew. So we come back to our language, so things don't get lost in translation. And then going to Saturday, which is a commandment, but understand that we need to gather ourselves together on the 7th day. That's Saturday. All right, that's the day that we congregate together and serve the Most High. Not on Sundays like the Christian church, but on Saturday, like the Scripture says. All right. That's what we have as far as class. We do have a very dope bonus that's going on right now with priest and officer of 1000, Nakashwan, who is putting out a fatherhood series. All right, a fatherhood series, so like the dark side of fatherhood. All right, so it's a dark side of fatherhood series. And it's, in short, just going through the troubles and the woes that we go through as men and being fathers. Right? And that can be a very wide array. You go through woes when you're still with the woman, you go through woes, when you're apart from her. Of course, different, varying degrees and situations and everything that apply, but it's one of those common ground things that we could all understand. And for my younger brothers, it's definitely something to look at and to be aware of, right? Because hey, you got to watch how you move. You know what I'm saying? So what better to know how to step than to watch a step before you? You know what I'm saying? Let them test that ground. Oh, what are the weak spots? What are the strongholds? You know what I'm saying? Let me mimic your steps, or let me not mimic your steps to see, because you fell straight through. I don't want to step there. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that you tune into the Fatherhood series so we can become familiar with some of those things. And I encourage all of my sisters to watch it as well, right? Because sometimes you just might not know that other side. Might think that, you know what I'm saying, a guy is this way,
Right.
that way, but you don't really understand, you know what I'm saying, what their intent is or what their position is. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check out that. It comes on at 8 o'clock on YouTube on Sundays. Officer Nakashwan is doing an awesome job for that. So shout out to him. All right, so we about to jump into this thing here. You know what I'm saying? Thwada for everybody checking in. Trooper Rai, you know what I'm saying? I see you, Trooper. Thwada for checking in. Brother Charles, Thwada for checking in as always, coming checking in from Jacksonville. Katabi Allah, hey brother, hey man, it was good seeing you this weekend. Hate that, you know what I'm saying, the time was short, but I'm trying to tell you, brother, it was super good seeing you, man. I'm glad to see that you're doing well and you're holding it down there in Orlando. But Thwada for checking in. All right. And Sister Madana, Shalom, sis, Thwada for checking in. It was great seeing you as well this weekend, finally getting you out here to the range, you know what I'm saying, showing me what kind of shooter you are, you know what I'm saying. I'm saying, price for that. And then let's clap it up for the ladies of ISUPK one time, because some of you may know I am a firearms instructor, among a couple other things I do with my slave. I'm the owner of an outdoor gun range. All right. And I did so as far as, you know what I'm saying, my slave and, you know what I'm saying, doing this before I came into the truth. Because, you know what I'm saying, I had that zeal. It wasn't according to that knowledge. I got that knowledge later, but I had that zeal, you know what I'm saying, to arm our people and to have our people be knowledgeable about arming themselves. Because it's a lot of false teachings that they go out here, just different from scripture, you know what I'm saying, that people try to pretty much get away with people's money. You know what I'm saying? They want to tell you some glitz and glam stuff, make it all flashy, but it's not practical. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to support my people, give my people a place to come and to feel comfortable and to train. So that's what I did. During the pandemic, the fastest growing demographic of new gun ownership was, guess who? Give me a wild guess. Who do you think bought the most guns during the pandemic?
So I serve my maidens here.
Right. First, let's make sure that mic's on. Let's talk to the mic. And say that one more time. So make sure that whole class heard.
So like serve my maid, is it so-called black people?
You're close, but we got to narrow that demographic down a little bit more.
Judah.
Yes, let's narrow it down even more.
Sir, black men,
Black
women.
Here we go. Clap it up. Here we go. We got that.
Sir.
Christ. Black women was the highest demographic of consumers of firearms during the pandemic. All right. So like I said before, you just having zeal and not knowledge. I wanted to change that. I wanted to, not change that. I wanted to assist in that. I wanted to magnify that, amplify that. Because once you have something, you have to get the proper training. You have to know what to do with it. Okay? It's like, what good is owning a sword if you don't know how to wield it?
Right.
So that was what I wanted to do, was start training my people, start training my sisters of, saying, how to get out here. And big Thwada, the Commander General Yohana, I don't know if y'all seen, I believe it was, not sure if it was one of his lectures or if it was a class, but he sat up here and said it's two things that a black woman needs right now. And the first thing he mentioned, the firearm. All right. Second one was clothes. I'm saying, go watch the lecture and see how he really breaks that down. But the first thing he said was a firearm. And like I said, that's why I want to give a big shout out to the sisters of ISUPK Atlanta School, is because they took heed to that instruction. And they came out to ATL Gun Club and they got firearms training. And they did an awesome job. saying? Tap it up for that as well. All right. So not only black women, but my black men, make sure that you arm yourselves. All right. Christ gave this, instruction. Christ said, if you have it's like it said if you have a garment and not a sword, go sell your garment and get you a sword. All right. That's the importance of it. All right. So Christ told you to go get a sword. Of course, firearms are modern day sword. All right. Hey, Twin, I see you checking in. Throughout Trooper Ahmad Kawan, for checking in with me. Yeah, I'm trying something new here, trying to see if my blind self is one of these ones and twos from up here as well. You know what I'm saying? I know that it may look like a big screen from where you at. But blind as bad as I am, them words real little, you know what I'm saying? But no sweat, we're gonna make this happen. All right. But yeah, so like I said, big shout out to that. And that kind of goes into my topic tonight because we're continuing the series that I started off on last week, which was Our Story Warrior Edition. All right. And of course, being proficient with a firearm, being proficient with weapons, being proficient with different devices, that is one of the main things that we essentially link up with being a warrior. And it is a very essential part. You definitely have to be skilled in battle, skilled in combat to be considered a warrior. Because a war is being a warrior is being one engulfed in war, that pertaining to war. You're going back and forth. You ain't gonna be much of a warrior if you lose. You know what I'm saying? And then you ain't gonna be remembered. You know what I'm saying? So we're going over the warriors that are in the scriptures. So we got some warriors in the scriptures that can show us the way of how to be a warrior that's pleasing to the Most High. All right. But just like I said, it's always good to see somebody walk that walk before you. That's exactly what we can do with the scriptures. Is we see these warriors, we see these men of war. Because understand that the Lord is a man of war. All right. So if we are men of the Lord, what are we? We're men of war. All right. So we're going to be men of war. That means that we're warriors. So if we're going to be warriors, we need to learn how to move like a warrior. Right. How do we know how to move like a warrior unless we be taught? Lest we see how a warrior moves. You know what I'm saying? That's why we last week looked at Abraham. We saw how Abraham moved to be a warrior. All right. And the story with Abraham, if you recall, anybody in the chat, this goes to anybody in the chat too, and in the class. What was the reason of Abraham going to war, or what we discussed in last class? What was what's the word I'm looking for? The trigger point, the catalyst.
So like you said, they snatched up some of his men, correct?
Even more specific, they snatched up his nephew.
His nephew.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. They definitely snatched up the servants and everything with it. All right. But it was his nephew. That was the focal point. Right. All right. So they snatched up his nephew. They snatched up all the servants. They snatched up his nephew and everything he got. You know what I'm saying? They ran up in his nephew's house and took everything out. So it wasn't just a snatch and grab. They went in and they ransacked the house and took everything of value and brought it with them. You know what I'm saying? So that showed us how a warrior would move for his brother. All right? So that's the beautiful thing about these classes, because like I laid out, today's history, tomorrow's brotherhood. After that, we have law. All right. But please understand that all of these flow together. All right? Just like, the Bible is a flowing river. All of these classes flow together. All right. So just how last week that was brotherhood. All right. Because it showed what a brother was willing to do, the ends that he was willing to go to for his brother. All right. Because remember in that class, we read that Lot was Abram's, his name was Abram at this time, it hadn't been changed. But Lot was Abram's nephew. But when it came down to the part of saving him and grabbing him, What word did they use? They use brother.
Brother.
So you can see in the script that it says his brother. But now it's like, hold on, he's not saving his brother, that's his nephew. Right. But that shows that that brother is who serves the Most High with you. All right, that is how you know who your brother is. If those that do the will of my Father. All right, that's how Christ. All right, so this isn't how Paul speaking. This is how Christ identifies his brother. The way Christ, Yahweh Shai will identify his brother is by saying that those that do the will of my Father. That's who I call my brother. So of course, Abram left his household following the orders of the Most High. So following the will of the Most High, Abram left. Lot left with him. So with Lot leaving with him, he is also doing the will of the Father. That made Lot his brother. All right. As far as like genealogy, yes, that's his nephew. But brother, that was his brother. So that showed you, you know what I'm saying, the extent that he was willing to do to his brother. You touch my family, we got a problem.
Right.
Self-defense is a thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't sit up here and advocate for any type of violence, anything, you know what I'm saying, unprovoked. But if you have to defend yourself, we have scriptures, we have evidence of the measures and the force that we will go through in order to defend ourselves. You touch our family, you touch our brother, you will see the wrath that will come with you. Lord be with us, and Lord knows what we'll do to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing about it. That's not one thing. That's a huge thing about it, though, is you want the Lord to be with you. Right? When you go into these battles, when you go into these fights,
right?
You know what I'm saying, embody this stuff. You want the Lord to be with you. Right? The Lord was with Abram. Right? The Lord was with Lot. That's why Abram came to his rescue. You know what I'm saying? So another thing, because you're going to start seeing a lot of characteristics of a warrior coming up in these series. One of them is what we're just talking about right now, is obedience, following the Most High, doing the will of the Most High. Right? So that is what today's class is going to go into. Like I said, last time it was the brotherhood. This time we're going to be tapping on to the importance of law, right? Because you have to be disciplined. You have to be able to follow the law, see the importance of following the law. What kind of power that we have with following the law, knowing that that's the only unity that we can have with our brothers and sisters. The only way that, you know what I'm saying, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans can come together in a force is unity under the Most High. How do we unify under the Most High? Following these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. So that is what we must do. All right. So what we're going to get into today, warrior, is Gideon. All right. Gideon was a cold brother. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cold warriors in the scripture. This is definitely one of them. All right. This is coming at a time before Israel had kings. All right. Because you understand that this was something that Israel asked for and pleaded the Most High for, was, please give us a king to rule over us. You know what I'm saying? And understand that the Most High wasn't, you know what I'm saying, keen on that. Because Most High was like, I'm your king.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want a king for? I'm your king. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so the Most High gave us a king out of don't have the exact precepts like it, but pretty much out of spite, not out of spite, but just to flail your client.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, because you keep on crying, here. So he did it against what he wanted to do, but he did it because, okay, let me just pacify y'all. Y'all keep on crying about it, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, you had judges. Before there were kings, you had judges that ruled Israel. All right. And Gideon was a judge. Right? Quick bonus point, whoever can throw it in the chat or answer it, give me another judge. And I know y'all gonna say the most popular one. I bet $20. Somebody else give me a judge.
Hey, look, I don't think the same thing. Everybody gonna say.
Yeah, everybody gonna say the same one.
Yep.
Somebody,
Yep.
give me an example of a judge. I'll give y'all time to put it in the chat and even in the room to answer. All right, but let me get an answer on another judge from the scriptures. All right? And if you would, Warrior, if you would get Judges chapter 6 for me, sure.
Come, sir.
All right, because we're going to go into this story about Midian. All right, go ahead and start reading about Sure.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 1. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of Midian 7 years.
All right, so we see right here that the children of Israel wasn't following the laws, statutes, commandments. They did evil in the sight of the Lord. That means that they weren't doing what they were supposed to do. They weren't obeying these laws, statutes, commandments. All right. And that's the one heavy thing about scripture is you want to see repetition. All right. You're going to see how hard-headed we really are as a people because the story and the history keeps on repeating itself. All right.
Right.
Because right here, what does this sound like? Right here, what does this sound like? Where else can we go in scriptures that this very first verse sounds like? We are doing evil, and because we're doing evil, we got placed into the hands of an oppressor. Somebody, anybody, we're gonna make this class interactive. Do I have anything new on the chat? I don't see it on the screen here. Trying to make sure.
Just checking.
Because if y'all have checked in with me, y'all still in here with me, I need y'all to liven up just a little bit. Because we have to be able to see, because you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna end up making me make this a 2-part class. Because we're gonna have to break down some of these things a little bit more finer to pop. Certain things we're not just gonna peruse over. And I think that this is the opening statement right here. We're definitely not just gonna peruse over this. Because we have to understand. Because repetition is the key to learning. So if we ain't learned it before, if we don't know this before as scholars, then how are we going to be able to teach our people? How are we going to be able to get them to understand the mindset of our people?
And remember, we was not. I gotta say this right quick. So and remember, Israelites, we wasn't them little scrawny, undernourished, homosexual looking fake monkeys that they show in the movies and on TV.
Right.
Don't think of us like that. Don't think of Israel. That's how we dressed and how we fought with them little sticks, like in the what's that movie that they made about Sodom and Gomorrah? They had us wearing like little skirts and looking like we just wearing little skirts and fighting with little sticks.
Right.
Like, no, that's not us. Look, understand that like Jewish man, the Edomites, the Africans and all that, right? That's not us.
Yep. Right.
You know, if you look at the ISUPK, how we dress, how we look, and how big and brave brothers is, and the courage that we got, that's true Israel.
And very heavy point, because that's what you have to realize is we weren't becoming oppressed because we were weak. We weren't becoming oppressed because, you know what I'm saying, we were few. You know what I'm saying? We became oppressed because it was the will of the Most High. That was his judgment. It was his judgment that, you know, took us there. So we can be as big and as bad as we want to be. We ain't bigger than the baddest. So we're still going to, you know what I'm saying, suffer his judgment. All right. So I still don't have an answer yet. So just for the sake of time, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. But what happened when the Israelites went down to Egypt? And the whole mission that went on was there. All right. the reason that Moses had to go get his people out of Egypt is because they turned their back on the Most High. They stopped, obeying the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You'll find that in Deuteronomy, where the Most High makes that promise to you. The Most High promises us that if you don't hearken into His voice, that these curses will come over you. All right. And the Most High is a man of His word. He's not going to sit up here, just talk just to be talking. You know what I'm saying? He means it. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Ain't nothing changed. Talk to me.
So, like, sir, if I may, has there ever been a period where we have broken that same cycle and lived according to God's law and we weren't punished in that regard?
Yes. Yeah. So, we definitely have those time periods where we were a great nation, right? And it's literally like a roller coaster that you can kind of see
Right.
up and down. All right. So yeah, we will sit up here and we'll do great things, and He has set us on high. So the same way that the Most High, how we can see, and I think what it is, we can see it more now because we're in that lower oppressed state.
Right.
So we can, visualize and point out these time points where we got punished. All right.
Right.
But we can't visualize and see those times where that we were rewarded. I'm saying, and that's even kind of how we are as a people is. We remember those bad times. We harp on, the being down. That's how that depression gets you. All you remember is bad.
Right.
But there were time periods when King David reigned, King Solomon reigned. When they first came out of Egypt, and finally got into the promised land. These were times of rule. These were times where Israel was flourishing. You got to remember, Israel has been a superpower of the world. Right. Just how they sit up here and talk about, the United States being, the superpower, and you look back and they're like, yeah, Rome was the greatest power. So that it was times that was Israel. All right. And understand that Israel has affected and influenced the world till today. So the reasons that these governments and these institutions even have some of the structure and some of the ordinances that they have, they got from us. They got from our society.
Right.
Because understand that they are identity thieves. They took our identity. They took our way of life. They took everything, from us, and then they twisted it how they wanted to twist it. All right. So that's what you have to even understand about the power of the instruction of the Lord. All right. So the Lord gave us this instruction. They can take that same instruction and make it work to their benefit. All right. Especially when it's, the Most High casting judgment on us, saying, yep, y'all don't want to listen to me. I'm have you deal with them. All right. The Most High uses different tools how He sees fit. He will use other nations as a tool to punish us. All right.
Right.
So that is that's a very great question. And actually in the next series, now that you said that, we're going to talk about the time where we were great. All right. I was just speaking with my Ottawa officer of 1,000 Yahweh today about that, about me keeping this one warrior, in the chamber. Right. Don't hold that back. But yeah, Most High in Christ. Because of that, we're going to bring that out so we can see the glory that Israel has reigned and has had. So, very good.
When you do, don't forget about the Dark Ages.
Right. Very, very heavy point. So what Ottawa was talking about is the Dark Ages. So during the Dark Ages that you hear about in the medieval times, the Dark Ages is in reference to when we ruled. All right. That's why they call it the Dark Ages, because color of our skin, being a little darker people. This is when we ruled. All right. So during all that time period, we were in rulership. And even like what I brought up before, that's when they really started ripping off a lot of our technology, our way of life, our government, all of that. All right. All right, so we're gonna have to hurry up and jump through as much of this as possible. But yeah, so now we understand that. Boom, one, we see that we've been through this before, so now we're going through this again. We are stiff-necked, hard-headed people. We don't want to learn. Right? We don't want to follow the Most High. And now again, since we haven't followed the Most High, He has delivered us into the hands of the Midianites. All right. So with that, we do need to understand who the Midianites were, right? Because we understand who we are. We understand that us being so-called blacks from the transatlantic slave trade, that we're Judah. Right? So understand that our West Indies brothers are Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? So forth, so on. So now, who are the Midianites? All right. A great way to study, and I'm gonna show you how to, study and dig deep, because you don't just want to read something, you want to understand everything. All right. To see who the Midianites are, you can find that in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, page 532. All right, definition 2. All right, and that will let you know that they are the descendants of Ishmael. All right, so they're Ishmaelites. So just how being Judah were a descendant of Israel, they are a descendant of Ishmael. All right, so they're nothing other than Ishmaelites. So you can get a visual of who you're dealing with. Who are the modern day Ishmaelites? The Arabs. All right, so that's who we're dealing with. Go ahead and read on verse 2.
Come, sir. This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 2. And the hand of Midian prevailed against Israel, and because of the Midianites, the children of Israel made them the dens which are in the mountains, and caves and strongholds. And it was so. And so it was when Israel had sown that the Midianites came up, and the Amalekites and the children of the east, even they came up against them.
All right. So 1 second. Do we know who the Amalekites are?
Lost.
The Amalekites are the so-called Jews today. So those that are over in Israel now, the small hats, they are the Amalekites. All right. They are they're the son of Esau. All right. So Amalekites are the son of Esau, and they are the so-called Jews of today. Go ahead and keep on reading about the
Come, sir. And they encamped. Salaki. This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 4. And they encamped against them and destroyed the increase of the earth till thou come unto Gaza, and left no sustenance for Israel, neither sheep nor ox nor ass.
So now, what's going on at this point is we have the Midianites, we have the Amalekites, we have a few more nations that came from the east. They came into the Israelites' land, and when they came, just how they came over here as pilgrims to the Native American Indians, they came as a virus. All right, they came as a plague. They came to destroy and to take over. All right, so that's what we see here, is that they came over and they destroyed the earth until there was no increase, no substance. All right, that substance is water, food. That you think about substance, what gives you something to live. All right, so everything that you need to raise your family, for you to be healthy, for your sheep and your ox and everything to thrive, they came and bogarted. And not only bogarted, but we'll see this as well, but they came in and they destroyed it. All right, keep reading. Verse 5.
Come, sir. For they came up with their cattle and their tents, and they came as grasshoppers for multitude.
So it says grasshoppers for multitude. So think how locusts and grasshoppers move. The big swarms, that's how they came. So just how you'll see a big swarm of locusts, that's how many camels and how many people they had. It was that many people. So that can give you an idea of how you can rob a land of substance, because there's only so much that can go around. All right? You can't stack a bunch of people in a small box and have limited resources and think that everybody's going to be able to eat. All right? Everybody don't eat D. Not like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and keep reading.
Con, sir. For both they and their camels were without number, and they entered into the land to destroy it.
So that even showed their intention. They came in there to destroy it. Because the thing is, don't let it be confused, man. Don't think that these people just moved around because, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have nowhere else to go. It's common sense. You know. You can see what your people are doing, what your way of life is doing. So if you go somewhere, you're going somewhere to destroy it. You're not going there to seek refuge. You're not going there, you know what I'm saying, because you need help. You're going there to destroy, to keep it moving. Because that's how you do.
Right.
That's how our oppressor does. Our oppressor just, comes over, destroys, takes over, ravishes, and on to the next. All right. They aren't a good steward of the earth. Right? This is a very good example of showing how they are not good stewards of the earth. You know what I'm saying? When they are in rulership, the earth mourns. And this is the earth mourning here. All right. Seeing that this isn't any good. All right. Go ahead and keep on reading.
Con, sir. This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 6. And Israel was greatly impoverished because of the Midianites. And the children of Israel cried unto the Lord. And it came to pass, when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midianites, that the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt and brought you forth out of the house of bondage.
All right, so this is right now. This is we cried out. You cry out, the Lord will hear your call. Right? But you need to cry and do something else. What's that something else you have to do?
So, like, so you have to follow his laws.
You got to follow his laws. Right? Because you can't sit up here and cry and ask for the Lord to help you, and then you're not going to do what he says. Because you're in this predicament, you're in this state because you didn't do what he said. But understand that the Lord did not forsake you. Right? We'll sit up here and think that because, you know what I'm saying, we'll sit up here and be like, oh man, it's so bad, saying that the Lord forsake us, but no, he didn't. He hears our call. Once we come back to him, and coming back to him is following his statutes and commandments. We come back to him and like, hey, Salakia, you know what I'm saying? You cry aloud, you call out to him. That's how you get him to hear it. Because then it's like, oh, what's up? Because you're doing what I want to, but you ain't doing. The Most High doesn't hear the prayers of the wicked. So if you're sitting up here and you're doing wicked things, you can pray all you want until you blue in the face, as they say. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to hear it. Scripture says he does not hear the prayers of the wicked. All right. So we have to return to him, follow these laws, and cry out to him. So that's what they did. They cried out to him. All right. And then Most High came back, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is when you have that 12-time All-NBA player, you know what I'm saying? They got all the stats and it's an all-star game. So they sit on the bench doing calling out the starting five, and the announcer starts calling out, you know what I'm saying, their record. That's what you see here. All right. So it's like 12-time All-Star, 5-time All-Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time champion. You know, that's what, you know what I'm saying, started getting called out, because you got to remind people that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, you may be sitting up here, you see that this is the greatest basketball player, you know what I'm saying, to touch the court. But you forgot he's at 12-time All-Star, 5-time Defensive Player of the Year, all these, you know what I'm saying, championships. You start running down and you start being like, hey, I forgot about that. That is that guy. That was that that's going on right now, because they turned away from the Most High. They forgot. So hey, so reread that bottom part from one more time. Start at verse 9.
Sir, this is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 9.
Oh, so like go up to 8. Let's start at 8.
Verse 8. That the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt.
This is what I did. I brought you up out of Egypt. Read.
And brought you forth out of the house of bondage.
The house that had you in slavery. You were enslaved in this house. I brought you out of slavery. Read.
Come on, sir. And I deliver you out of the hand of the Egyptians and out of the hand of all that oppressed you, and drave them out from before you, and gave you their land.
So not only did I take you from underneath their oppression, not did I just free you, but I gave you their shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? I gave you their stuff. So I didn't just take you away. So that's that 3 championships. You know what I'm saying? Back to back. Right. He's like, you know, like, you better recognize something. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and keep reading my show.
Come on, sir. And I said unto you, I am the Lord your God. Fear not the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell, but ye have not obeyed my voice. And there came an angel of the Lord and sat under an oak which was in Ophrah, that pertained unto Josh the Abiezrite, and his son Gideon there shed wheat by the windpress to hide it from the Midianites.
All right. So my bad. So going back up to 10 real quick. So the Lord called out, you know what I'm saying, what he did. And then at the end of that, he said, but you have not obeyed my voice. So it's like, after all that, y'all still didn't hear me. You know what I'm saying? So that was God being, you know what I'm saying, a little snarky with you. It's like, hey, you can look at my reputation, because you got to think, you're crying out, oh, help me. And you know how you can get sorrowful and get pitiful, you know what I'm saying, crying. Oh, help me. I don't know what I can do without you. I need you. I need you. Lord, please. Only you can help me. Help me. And then he's gonna be looking like, I did this for y'all before. Right. And y'all still ain't listen to me. Right. So I'm gonna let you know all these great things that I can do and have done. And then at the end of that, but look how you did me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go into Gideon. All right. So we got our introduction to Gideon. All right. So it says that read the top of the verse. We start talking about the wine press.
Verse 11. This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 11. Mm-hmm. And there came an angel of the Lord and sat under an oak which was in Ophrah, that pertained unto Joash the Abiezrite, and his son Gideon there shed wheat by the winepress to hide it from the Midianites.
All right. So what was Gideon doing right here? As far as, you know, to try to bring it in like some type of modern day terms or making it relative. It says that he was threshing wheat by the winepress to hide it from the Midianites. So what did he have going on? Talk to me.
So like he was trying to stash something,
right?
You know, to hide.
He's you got to remember, they're being oppressed. The Midianites are taking everything of substance. What is wheat? Something you eat, right? Substance, right? So they're up here, you know what I'm saying, ravishing the whole land of substance. So now he's doing his little work on the side, so they can't sit up here and come get it. So they won't find out about it. He's up here, you know what I'm saying, got his little moonshine, you know, this stuff going on the side. Oh, prohibition? Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. He's doing his little side hustle. So the Midianites don't find out about it, and he can feed his family. So he can take care of his own. Because if he doesn't hide it, it's going to get ravished because they're coming and taking all the substance. All right, go ahead and keep reading.
Come. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him and said unto him, the Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor.
He said, that mighty man of valor. All right. So we have to understand that he is a man of valor. Man of valor is not, you know, something to be taken lightly. By him being a man of valor, that's what made the Most High choose him. Okay? So if you want to be a warrior, you have to be a man of valor. All right. Go ahead and keep on reading.
Come, sir. This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 13. And Gideon said unto him, O my Lord, if the Lord be with us, why then is all this befalling us?
So now Gideon is asking, like, yeah, Lord, why are we like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, same thing of how we are in our today's time. You know what I'm saying? Wondering, you know what I'm saying, like, what's going on? Why are my people, you know what I'm saying, in this messed up state? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and keep reading.
Come, sir. And where be all his miracles which our fathers told us of, saying, did not the Lord bring us up from Egypt?
Yeah, we've heard great things about you. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that you're mighty. I've heard my daddy talk about you. All right, keep reading.
But now the Lord hath forsaken us and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites.
And just like I said, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get in our own thought thinking that, oh, the Lord has forsaken us. But that's when you got to check yourself.
Right.
All right. You got to sit up here and check yourself and see what you've done. All right. Don't sit up here and look at the Most High and be like, oh, you forgot about me. You forgot about the Most High. Look into yourself. Constantly check yourself.
Right.
I heard Captain Zayak say that very recently. I'm not even gonna go into and give clout to why or whatever. But that's why it's important to check yourself. And Captain Zayak said that he checks himself constantly. And that was very heavy for me to hear that because, you know, of course, him being a high-ranking man, Captain 13,000 ISUPK, to say that he checks himself daily. You know what I'm saying? That's a very heavy thing because you want to make sure that you're fit for the Most High. You want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you're doing what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to fall off, and then you don't want to sit up here and get comfortable doing something that's wrong and have the Lord, you know what I'm saying, be angry with you. You know what I'm saying? Check yourself. All right, go ahead and keep reading, Baba Shah.
Come, sir. This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 14. And the Lord looked upon him and said, go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from the hands of the Midianites. Have not I sent thee? And he said unto him, O my Lord, wherewith shall I save Israel? Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house.
So now Gideon is saying something very heavy that a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, would say. Why me?
Right.
I'm not worthy. That's what he's saying right here. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm nobody. I'm the least in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like surely there's other people greater than I. You know what I'm saying? Last time you delivered our people, it was from a great man, Moses and Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't live up to that. Why do you think me? You know what I'm saying? But this is another repetitive thing that we see in the scriptures. Most High gets his men out of the way. All right. When he got Adam from the dust of the ground. That means in a low state. So when he first formed the man that he wanted to have his law, scriptures, commandments, he got that man from a low state. All right. So that's what the Most High does. Most High goes and he gets that little man. And when I say little man, I don't mean in stature. I mean in, you know what I'm saying, and low state. Yeah, a low state.
Right.
In whatever type of ranking order system is going on. You know what I'm saying? He gets that low man. He gets that underdog. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's who the Most High goes to get. You know what I'm saying? So if you're, you know what I'm saying, low down, dirty man in the world, don't think that you can't be a man of God. Don't think that the Most High won't choose you and pick you to come and do his work. Just because you feel or you see that you're in a low state, because you deem yourself not to be worthy. All right? Because that's the power of the Most High. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, one of the main reasons why I love the Most High, like Salak, if I may, he's a little bit of that show off. You know what I'm saying? Because like he's going to show you the full extent of his power and his glory. Well, Salak, let me not say the full extent, because I don't know what the full extent of his work is. But he's going to show you, you know what I'm saying, that he ain't playing. It's easy to get a great man and make a great man greater. But I'm going to get him out of the mud. I'm going to get the bottom of the bottom and make him, you know what I'm saying, somebody to be talked about for years, someone to be memorialized. You know what I'm saying? That's the power that the Most High has. That's the power that he can do for you, no matter what type of state that you're in. You know what I'm saying? You out here, you know what I'm saying, being a drug dealer, being a womanizer, you're an alcoholic, you're a thief, you know what I'm saying? You're a womanizer, you know what I'm saying? You're a murderer. You're all these things in the world. The Most High can fix all of that for you. The Most High can change all of that around for you. And he can make you a mighty man under his authority. All right, Blake, you want to read Bible show?
Come on, sir.
Oh, and Slack. 1 second. This is history. We're identifying history. We understand who the Midianites are, who are Ishmaelites, modern day Arabs. We understand who the Amalekites are, the son of Esau, the modern day so-called Jews. And now we got to Gideon. All right. Where does it say Gideon is from? And what we just read. What tribe can go ahead? What tribe can we attribute Gideon to be from?
So like I didn't know that's the tribe, but say I think he's from Manasseh.
Very good. He's from Manasseh. That's the house he's from. So your house is your tribe. I'm from the house of Israel. You're from the tribe of Israel. All right. So he is from Manasseh. Manasseh is today the modern day Cubans. All right. So I just thought about this. What nationality is Al Pacino? Is Al Pacino like Italian or something like that? Yeah, it's crazy because of course we're all familiar with Scarface. All right. The character Scarface was a Cuban refugee.
Right. Wow.
So imagine Scarface. I don't want to say Al Pacino because I got to look that up real quick. I'm not sure about his nationality, whatever. But the real Cubans. That is who Gideon was. All right. Gideon was one of our Cuban brothers. All right. You want to look it up?
I'm looking it up now, sir.
Yeah.
That's just
talk to
a wrestler who he went by his wrestling name. His character was Razor Ramon, and everybody thinking that he was Cuban. He was a white boy. He was a Edomite.
Oh man, you went back on Razor Ramon, I didn't hear that name Razor Ramon in so long. Yeah, you're right. And it's funny. I never even I thought he was a white boy this whole time. When you said Razor Ramon, I knew exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
But even as a kid, I thought he was,
a white boy.
The oppressor. I never even thought that he was trying to play himself to be something different. What you got?
So I would say yes, he's Italian.
Yeah, he's Italian. That's what I thought.
Right.
Yeah, so
playing a Cuban.
No different than Liz Taylor playing Cleopatra.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no different than Charlton Heston playing Moses. All right. We got somebody who ain't him playing a nation that they ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyway, so understand that we're talking about Gideon being from the tribe of Manasseh. All right, he is what you would call so-called today Cubans. All right, go ahead and keep reading Bible show.
Come, sir. This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 16. And the Lord said unto him, surely I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midians as one man. And he said unto him, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then shew me a sign that thou talkest with me.
Yeah, he's wanting, some little proof, all right? Because he's like, okay, yeah, I hear you, you know what I'm saying? But can you prove it? I hear what you're saying. I just need, to prove a friend right now. So go ahead and talk to me.
Gone. Depart not hence, I pray thee, until I come unto thee and bring forth my present and set it before thee. And he said, I will tarry until thou come again. And Gideon went in and made ready a kid and unleavened cakes of an ephah of flour, The flesh he put in a basket, and he put the broth in a pot, and brought it out unto him under the oak, and presented it.
All right. So Gideon is now following the directions. All right. The angel came and told him what to do. He followed those directions. When the angel said that I will tarry means I will wait. All right. So that's what the angel said. So I'll wait for you while you go do this. He went and he got, that kid. What's a kid?
So like a baby goat.
A baby goat. All right. So when they talk about the flesh they put in the basket, that's the flesh they're talking about. So he went and got a baby goat, slaughtered it, prepared it, put that flesh in the basket, did the unleavened bread, followed the orders that the angel told him to do. All right, go and keep reading.
And the angel of God said unto him, take the flesh and the unleavened cakes and lay them upon this rock and pour out the broth, and he did so.
Mm-hmm.
Then the angel of the Lord put forth the end of the staff that was in his hand and touched the flesh and the unleavened cakes, and there rose up fire out of the rock and consumed the flesh and the unleavened cakes.
All right. So if you would give me Hebrews 12 and 29. Look at Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 29. All right. So what we're seeing here is Gideon getting the proof that this is an angel. All right. Because you got to remember that angels don't always come and appear in their seraphim form. All right? They're not going to always have those 6 wings, 2 covering their face, 1 covering their chest, or covering their legs, the 4 faces. They're not always going to come like that. They're going to come, in human form. Just like this. So when we see that the angel struck the stone, everything went in the fire, that's the Most High. So that's one. This is Gideon proving that this is an angel. The angel does that, and now he has that proof that the Most High is with him. Because that's not the angel doing it. That's not a man doing it. That is the Most High doing it. All right. And how do we know that? Is because go ahead and read on Hebrews 12 and 29 about the show.
For our God is a consuming fire.
For our God is a consuming fire. So that fire was the Most High. Right. That's how, he now knew what was going on. Knew that this wasn't just somebody coming down there to talk to him. All right. Let's go and go back to where we were in Judges 6 about the show. All right. So that's what Gideon was going through, was trying to see exactly, hey man, what's going on? Like, should I be listening to you? I'm a little nervous, all right? Because I'm gonna give you another precept. You got Hebrews 13 and 2. All right. Look at Hebrews chapter 13, verse 2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. All right. So that's just another precept of how sometimes angels can come to us in the presence and the form of man. And we don't even know we're entertaining angels.
Good. So like sir, right before I got into the truth, I spoke with a man and we were speaking on the word of God.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was talking to him, he was pretty much telling me about my life, and he didn't even know me. And since then, I haven't seen him. And I just believe that, the Most High sent him to come talk to me, and that kind of led me more to get into the truth.
Right. Yeah, the Most High has a lot of tools at his disposal. And he will use these different tools to, call who he, so chooses. So that's why that's the very heavy precept is you want to be careful how you treat people, because you may be entertaining an angel.
Right.
You sit up here and you brush off a brother, or you got a brother, you going stiff on him. You just did that to the messenger of the Lord. You may have had a message coming, you just sent it to voicemail. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. You never know who you might be entertaining.
That's lucky. Just like our homeless brothers and sisters. Hey, a lot of our people, we try to tell them, you better be careful how you treating them.
All right. Yeah. You got that homeless brother and sister come up to you as the officer said, and you want to, and treat them hastily. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to treat them, show any type of humanity towards them. Just be careful about that. All right. Go ahead and keep on reading, Mark Shaw.
Khan, we're in the book of Judges. So like,
yeah, we're at 6 and
21, sir.
Yep.
Then the angel of the Lord departed out of his sight. And when Gideon perceived that he was an angel of the Lord, Gideon said, Alas, O Lord God, for because I have seen an angel of the Lord face to face. And the Lord said unto him, Peace be unto thee, fear not, thou shalt not die. Then Gideon built an altar there unto the...
It's like it. That's a very heavy point right here. He said, peace be there, because the Most High knows our thoughts. Most High knows, you know what I'm saying, what our concerns are. That's why he specifically said that, because Gideon was concerned with dying. Right? So the Most High, specifically addressed that. I'm gonna be with you. You won't die. Right? So he quailed that anxiety that Gideon had. All right, go ahead and keep on reading.
Khan. Then Gideon built an altar there unto the Lord and called it Jehovah Shalom. Until this day, it is yet in Ophrah of the Abzerites. And it came to pass the same night that the Lord said unto him, Take thy father's young bullock, even the second bullock of 7 years old, and throw down the altar of Baal that thy father hath, and cut down the grove that is by it.
So his father worshiped a false god. His father worshiped Baal. All right. And now the Most High is giving Gideon direction to destroy that altar of this false god and that grove. All right. What is a grove? A grove is a group of trees that's growing together. All right. So with that group of trees and that altar, that's the worshiping place for these people that worship Baal, that worship this false god. Read.
Khan, this is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 26. And build an altar unto the Lord thy God upon the top of this rock in the ordered place, and take the second bullock and offer a burnt sacrifice with the wood of the grove which thou shalt cut down.
So he gave them very specific instructions, directions on what to do. He wanted this thing done with. Going to keep reading.
Khan. Then Gideon took 10 men of his servants and did as the Lord had said unto him. And so it was, because he feared his father's household and the men of the city, that he could not do it by day, that he did it by night.
So with this one, we have to understand the context of fear, all right? Because the Lord has already come to him and told him not to fear, not to worry. You know what I'm saying? So this fear was more so of, how can I do so without getting caught?
Right.
How can I accomplish the mission? Because if I go out there in broad daylight and start doing it, I'm not going to cut down a whole grove of trees before somebody come and say, hey, what you doing? Especially if this is, their quote unquote holy place. Right. You know what I'm saying? So how can I do this without getting caught? That shows some strategy. That showed, some tacticians, like, hey, what's the best time where I can go and do this mission? Go ahead and keep reading up, Chuck.
I'll come. The book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 28. And when the men of the city arose early in the morning, behold, the altar of Baal was cast down, and the grove was cut down that was by it, and the second bullock was offered upon the altar that was built. And they said one to another, Who hath done this thing? And when they inquired and asked, they said, Gideon the son of Joash hath done this thing.
Right. So now, like I said, he wanted to get the mission done. It came back to him anyway. They found out who did it.
Right.
He wanted to get it done. Right. So they found out exactly who did it, and they pointed, you know, the finger on him. All right, go ahead, keep reading.
Come. Then the men of the city said unto Joash, bring out thy son that he may die, because he hath cast down the altar of Baal, and because he hath cut down the grove that was by it.
Well, they were big mad. They were big mad. They wanted blood. They wanted with it. They were like, come here, come bring your little ass on out here. We gotta get him. Right, he tripped. Gonna keep reading.
And Joash said unto all that stood against him, will ye plead for Baal? Will ye save him? He that will plead for him, let him be put to death while it is yet morning. If he be a god, let him plead for himself, because one hath cut down his altar.
Keep reading.
Therefore on that day he called him Jerubbaal, saying, let Baal plead against him, because he hath thrown down his altar.
So understand, they mad. So this little nickname that they gave him, that was like it's definitely like a nickname. Just how I saw this one teach. He said it pretty cool. Just how like in Blade, you know, his name is Blade, but the other vampires called him Daywalker. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like this other little nickname for him that they gotta say, like, oh yeah, that's Gideon, but we call him, you know what I'm saying? Right. That's what it is. So it's the little slick name, you know what I'm saying, they had for him, whatever. Because they were big mad. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and keep reading.
Then all the Midianites and the Amalekites and the children of the east were gathered together, and went over and pitched in the valley of Jezreel. But the Spirit of the Lord came upon Gideon, and he blew a trumpet, and Abiezer was gathered after him.
So blowing that trumpet, that's that school. You know what I'm saying? Right. You in the club, you in any type of, you know, that situation, you get separated a little bit too much with your partner, man. You hear that squirrel call, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's happening? Right. They coming. So that's what happened. He blew that trumpet. You know what I'm saying? The partner came up with him. Read.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 35. And he sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, who also was gathered, Manasseh, who also was gathered after him, and he sent messengers unto Asher.
Unto Asher. Who is Asher? Let's go and keep on reading. Who else again? Who else did he call? So right now, what he's doing more squirrel calls. He already got his partner to come. Now he's school. Asher came. Who else came?
And unto Zebulun.
Zebulun came. Who else came?
And unto Naphtali.
Naphtali came. So now we have to go to who are these people. All right. So Asher, in one little quick easy cheat code. Look around the room. Where around the room do you see Asher? Where around the room do you see Naphtali? Where around the room do you see Zebulun? All right. So who did he call?
Salaki, sir, the other Salaki.
Other tribes.
Tribes.
Right.
That's the word.
Right, exactly. He called the other tribes. He's from the tribe of Manasseh. Right? But he understood that this other tribe that is named Asher, that's still his brother. So just like Abram went to get Lot, because Lot's my brother, so I'm gonna go to war for you. I'm gonna go to war for you because you're my brother. So if you call me about some war, what's happening? Who is it? You ain't even got to tell me who is it. Let's go. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need too much information when you're ready. You know what I'm saying?
Where they at?
Where they at? You know what I'm saying? So for the edification of class, is how we've gone and talked about who they are currently. Who is Asher currently?
Salaki, sir. Asher is the Colombians. And you're people from Uruguay.
From Colombia to Uruguay, right? So that's Asher. So all my Colombians, y'all all the way to Uruguay, they came. Who was Zebulon?
So like they're the Guatemalans and Panamanians.
Everyone from Guatemala to Panama. All right. So they came. Who is Naphtali?
So like they're the Argentinas and people from Chile.
Argentina to Chile. Right. All of those brothers where they are now, all of them came. Right. So these are all the ones that squatted up with the Cubans, right? With Manasseh. I was going to read.
Con, sir. And they came up to meet them. And Gideon said unto God, if thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, and as thou hast said, behold, I will put a fleece of wool in the floor, and if the dew be on the fleece only, and it be dry upon all the earth beside, then shall I know that thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, as thou hast said.
So this is now Gideon needing a little bit more proof. Right. Gideon is one proving a friend guy. I tell you. Gideon took that scripture to heart. He gonna prove a friend. He gonna make it show. All right. So imagine. So you got a fleece. All right. Something that is, you know what I'm saying, real porous that can sop up, you know what I'm saying, a lot of water. And he said what? He said put it on the floor. Go ahead and read that again for me, Baba Shah.
Con. Put a fleece of wool in the floor, and if the dew be on the fleece only, and it be dry upon all the earth beside, then shall I know that thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, as thou hast said.
Right. So what it is, what he's asking for is a miracle. That's why I say he one proven friend, because that's a miracle to be done. That's not something that's you'll come across every now and then. Because what is the dew? When they said if the fleece is covered with dew, nothing else is covered with dew. What is dew? What are they talking about? Talk to me.
So like the water that's on the ground.
The water, exactly. So you understand the morning dew, right? So if you go out in the morning, it hasn't rained in 5 days, but for some reason, 7 o'clock in the morning, and the grass is wet. Why? Because you have water, you have dew that comes up from the ground.
Right.
All right. So you can go out, like I said, 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. It hasn't rained in days, but the whole grass is wet. All right. So that's the thing. So how is all of this dew? And dew isn't, it doesn't hit certain spots. This area is going to hit. So if it has a spot that's going to absorb the water, that's what it's going to absorb. But he's asking for it to be in this one concentrated spot and nowhere else. All right. Go ahead and keep on reading, Baba Shah.
Con, this is the book of Judges, chapter 6, verse 38. And it was so, for he rose up early in the morning and thrust the fleece together and wringed the dew out of the fleece, a bowl full of water.
A bowl full of water. So I told you, man, Most High shows off. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High didn't make it damp. He could have just made it damp and everything the rest around it was dry. Wring it out in a bowl full of water. You know what I'm saying? Most High goes above it. Oh, you want me to show you? I'm going to show you. Boom. So it's a bowl full of water. So it was done. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I told you.
Right.
Let's keep on reading.
And Gideon said unto God, let not thine anger be hot against me, and I will speak but this once.
Don't be mad at me, Lord. I'm about to say something, and that's one of those things where people give what's the word I'm looking for? They try to prepare you for what they're about to say.
Right.
Like, hey, bro, don't be mad. You know, man, I know you don't like this,
right?
Bro, just tell me what? Tell me what's happening. Don't try to tell me not to be mad.
Right.
Don't try to tell me, hey man, hey, I didn't mean to do this, but right. So it's that type of deal.
Right.
Trying to prep it. Go ahead. So what you gonna ask for next?
And Gideon said unto God, let not thy anger be hot against me, and I will speak but this once. Let me prove, I pray thee, but this once with the fleece. Let it now be dry only upon the fleece, and upon all the ground let there be dew.
So now he wants it in reverse. Woo, but hey, some of us in the world, some of y'all in the world, slacking, some of us when we were in the world, this is some good advice on how to prove a friend. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Put your homeboy through this type of test. This is Gideon putting the Most High through, you know what I'm saying, these questions to prove this is what you want. Prove your partner like this. Prove a friend like this. All right? Because right now he's wanting it in reverse. He gave Most High did it this way. Now he's wanting something in reverse. Understand that he did ask the right way. You know what I'm saying? He came humbly. Don't be mad. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big thing of, you know what I'm saying, understanding how to even ask, how to be, you know what I'm saying, humble, and to come to a man above you in the right way. To be like, hey, like y'all one, if I may, right, just look, humility. Don't be mad. I don't mean no offense fight. But could you? Because of my thought. You know what I'm saying? So this is what Gideon is going through. All right. Go ahead and keep on reading, Baba Shah.
Come. And God did so that night, for it was dry upon the fleece only, and there was dew on all the ground.
He did it. He did it the first time. He did it the second time. Go ahead and read.
Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon,
that's his nickname now. So understand that that's not who he's called. That's his nickname. That's who, you know what I'm saying, how they say him. Go ahead.
And all the people that were with him rose up early and pitched beside the well of Karad.
Oh, it sounds like they're ready to go. They
Right.
RTG.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Gideon got that final step of approval, and now all of them rose up, ready to go. They get it. All right, let's go ahead and read. We squad up now. They're right.
So that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them by the hill of Moreh in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands. So
after all them squirrel calls, he had all these different tribes, you know what I'm saying, come. He had Asher, he had Naphtali, he had Zebulon, you know what I'm saying? He had all these
northern tribes, if you notice.
Come. Yeah, he had all these northern tribes come and squad up with him. All right. So he did the squirrel call, he got all these folks coming. So you gotta understand this is one heavy part that we gotta realize of being a warrior from the mindset of Gideon. Remember, we have to look at the character we're looking at, not the character, we gotta look at the person that we're speaking of and see their character, see their characteristics. All right. So the person we're speaking about is Gideon. He took the Most High through these series of confirmation. If you're with me, give me a sign. If you're with me, give me a sign. If you're with me, do this. All right. He got all of these. Now that he's gotten all of them, now he goes on a journey. And now the Most High is starting to show him things that are contrary to what he might believe. Not even he might believe, what logic believes is going to differ, because he understands he has to go fight a war. He has to go battle. He's good with that. He's ready for that. I'm saying he signed up for that. Now that he did his squirrel call, he had all these people come, thousands and thousands of men. Now you're telling me to do what? You're telling me that this is too many? Read that from the top of the last verse, Baba Shah. Come.
Then Jerubbaal, who was Gideon, and all of the people that were with him,
he had all the people that was with him. Read.
Rose up early and pitched beside the wall of Karad.
Let's get it.
So that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them by the hill of Moreh in the valley. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hands.
It's too many of y'all, man. It's too many of y'all. Read.
Lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand hath saved me.
I know y'all, man. This is the Most High saying, I know y'all suckers, man. Y'all gonna sit up here and play me and say that y'all won this because it was a bunch of y'all.
Right.
I know y'all fools, man. I dealt with y'all fools. I keep on messing around with y'all suckers. If I sit up here and let y'all go as it is, y'all are gonna win and come back and be like, y'all did it. Now, I need to show y'all that I did it. This was strategy by the Lord. So if you're going to be a warrior, you need to understand strategy. And that's what the Most High was doing here. He was getting his strategy together. You better be strategic as a warrior of the Most High. Because he already knew, nah, y'all going to sit up here and just boast yourselves up, man. And understand that's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? If we do something, it's to the glory of the Most High.
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with us. That's another lesson that he's trying to get.
Right. It's not, you know, the Most High, he's not about numbers, no way.
Right.
You know, the Most High, he don't care about numbers.
Most High never cares about numbers.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's people, it's humans, it's us that care about numbers.
Right.
You know, hey, look, these numbers, I'm gonna show you my power. I don't need numbers.
Right.
Right.
Right. Colonel Khan, like I was saying earlier, that's the his showing off part. You know, right. And he ain't worried about that. Scripture even talks about why he selected us. Scripture says that he selected us because we were the few and not the many.
Right.
So the whole reason that we even got chosen because we were the few. You know what I'm saying? Most High don't care about power. He don't care about, you know what I'm saying, well, perceived power in this world. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care about that. And that's what we have to understand. You know what I'm saying? We look at the Christian church and we look at these mega churches and we see how big and how grand they are and how many people are in their congregation. That does not mean the Lord is with you. Right. Just because you got a big following does not mean the Lord is with you. Just because you got this mega church does not mean the Lord is with you. That doesn't mean a damn thing. Just because you're some, you know what I'm saying, Christian Israelite group out here and you got numbers, that doesn't mean the Lord is with you. All right?
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with numbers. It has to do with the obedience. It has to do with the truth of you serving the Most High. Right. Go ahead and keep on reading, Bible child.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 3. Now therefore go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there return of the people 20 and 2,000, and there remain 10,000.
So he sat up here and started whittling it down. Because he already said, nah, it's too many of y'all. This ain't gonna work. Y'all gonna start tripping and get the big head. Whoever's scared, y'all go ahead. Go on home. This is very heavy because we have to look at everything from the practical sense. And I was fortunate enough to be in the presence of some counsel that 12 Shield General Muhammad gave. And it was about going to camp. And he, gave the counsel on, you want the brothers that want to be at camp with you. All right. So understand, we come into the truth, brothers have different situations that goes on between slavery and household things and stuff, and they may not always be available. They may not always be in that headspace to do so. You don't want to force that issue. You don't want to force somebody to be at camp with you. You want them to be at camp with you because they want to be there. That's what's going on right here. So if you're scared, go home. And I'm from the hood. I got the old saying, they say if you're scared, go to church.
Right.
And that's what it is. You scared, go to church. If you ain't scared, come out at ISUPK.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Hey, we're going to go to war. We're about to go to battle. If y'all don't want to be here, I understand. know what I'm saying? Y'all got the squirrel call. You saw your partner going. Your cousin went. You ain't want to look lame, saying bad. Cool, no sweat. But understand, the peer pressure's over with, bro. If you don't want to be here, just go ahead and go. All right, go ahead and keep on reading.
Come, this is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 4. And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many. Bring them down unto the water, and I will try them for thee there.
So now, just as Gideon kept on wanting to prove the Lord is now keep on proving Gideon. I'm gonna keep on wearing him down because now understand he started with this army. I think I can go back and do the numbers. For time's sake, we won't do that. But it was around like 30,000 that he started off with. Told, hey, if y'all scared, go ahead and go. Well, that dwindled it down to even a lower number. Now, even at this lower number, the Most High is now sitting up and saying, there's still too many. I need to find a way to shave some more off. So now if you're Gideon, you're up here looking like, oh, I don't have a nice sized group here.
Right.
You told me that was too many.
Right.
I did what you did, what you told me to do, and I sent them home. Now you're saying that this is too many too. Yeah. Most High serious about it. Go ahead and keep on reading about it.
Con. That of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee. And whomsoever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee, the same shall not go. So he brought down the people unto the water, and the Lord said unto Gideon, everyone that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise, everyone that bowed down unto his knees to drink.
Yeah. So now the Lord gave very specific instructions on who to keep and who to send home. All right. And this was another practical matter. All right. The first practical matter that they shaved off was, hey, if you don't want to be here, shalom. Deuces. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, go home. You know what I'm saying? We got it. Don't have somebody there that don't want to be there. That's very practical. The second practical one is, now we're about to go to war. I need soldiers. I need those that are ready to go for war. Now understand that war is a mind state. All right. War is something that you have to have going on in your mind and be constantly ready for that. Be constantly on guard for that. All right. So now this separation showed and separated those that weren't on guard, those that weren't thinking strategically, those that weren't thinking about war, those that weren't ready, that didn't have that dog in them. All right. So they went and they lapped up because they went to the water. Like you up here, you moving, traveling. They were so anxious and so happy to get to the water. They just go to the water, drinking up the water. Right. They thirsty. But now doing this, their head is down. They're bowed down on their knees. You know what I'm saying? They're facing the water. They can't see anything. No peripheral vision. They're not keeping shamar. They're not keeping watch.
Right.
Send them niggas home. Y'all can go. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't thinking about war. But it was a select few that were thinking about war. All right. They were understanding that, hey man, I don't know where we at exactly right now, but understanding that this is a watering hole and everybody needs water. So if we're here needing water, our enemies can be somewhere around too, also needing water. All right? Because we're not out here parading. We're not out here on a picnic. You know what I'm saying? If it was just me and my brother walking down the street, hey, we ain't, you know what I'm saying, drawing no type of, you know what I'm saying, attention. But if it's hundreds of my brothers walking down the street, we're going to draw some attention. All right. So now we have to make sure that our attention is where it needs to be. All right. So they're going to get down on one knee, have one hand, you know what I'm saying, on the sword ready.
Right.
And bring that water up to drink. So now they can be on lookout and see what's going on.
Right.
Them the ones you need with you. Them your soldiers. Go ahead and keep reading, Mark.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 6. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hands to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people.
It was how many men?
300 men.
It was 300 men. Read.
But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink water.
So out of thousands of men, only 300 were ready for war. Only 300 of them were ready to do what needed to be done. All right. And this is what the Most High wanted Gideon to go into. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. How you doing, sir? Oh, come, please. We have another special guest in the building, precinct officer of 5,000. How's that?
All right, Carl, man. You know what I mean?
Welcome joining us, sir.
Show, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. ATL Gun Club, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They, brother High Khan took me out, my mom out to the Atlantic Gun Club yesterday. Yesterday, yeah, man. Grand time, man. You know what I mean? The Angels won't let me leave town. Angels are saying, you gotta stay for a while.
And they're encamped around you right now, so they, so you gotta chill out.
I'm leaving tomorrow. Driving straight to New York. Ain't no bus or train or plane will stop me now. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a fact. It's a fact. What's lucky? Where were we?
Right, sure. Yeah, what was like? I made most of cracks for that. I did bring out in the beginning of class. That was an important thing that Commander Gideon spoke to our brothers and sisters, specifically to the sisters, of how they needed to arm themselves. So yeah, it was definitely a pleasure to have y'all out. Yeah. But yeah, so we're going over the story of Gideon. And right now we're at the point where the Most High has given him the directive to decrease his numbers even further by taking them down to get the water, sir.
Absolutely. And at the end of class, before we close up, I got a little announcement I want to make.
Come. Most High, go ahead. All right, go ahead and keep on reading more.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 7. And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that left will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thy hand, and let all the other people go, every man unto his place. So the people took victuals in their hand and their trumpets, and he sent all the rest of Israel, every man unto his tent, and retained those 300 men, and the host of Midian was beneath him in the valley.
Right, so you have to understand that he has a very small number, and he now sees a host below him. All right, that host is a multitude of people, all right, that are armed. All right, so that's a very heavy thing that you have to have a lot of faith in, because you know what I'm saying, you're not far from them. it's easily to be spotted. All right, so that's where you have to have your mind and heart set that you're going to serve the Most High, that you're going to follow the orders that He's telling you to do. All right. Okay. So,
if I could add to the, I don't know if you went over this already. I was watching Jim Muhammad's class. I didn't get the whole stuff. Right?
Come.
I don't know if you compare the numbers to how much the numbers in the school is. A lot of people say, "Oh, how can you brothers in UPK? How can y'all be the truth when you got this group over there got 1,500 people, and they got a march over here with 2,000 people. This group over here got 40,000 listeners and subscribers. You guys are but 300 guys,
right?
From Atlanta to California. You guys are about 300. How can you guys say you're the truth?"
It's like I said, brought that out as far as mega churches. People sit up here and they want to put their faith in these big mega churches because of their number, because of the money that they have.
Right.
But Most High chose us because we were the few. All right, so what? Go ahead and keep reading, Barbara.
Come, sir. It's the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 9. And it came to pass the same night that the Lord said unto him, Arise, get thee down unto the host, for I have delivered it into thine hand. But if thou fear to go down, go thou with Phurah thy servant down to the host.
All right, so this is the Most High here letting them know that, hey, the game is won. He's letting them know that point blank period, the game is won. But understanding how he's been wanting to prove all these things, before you even ask me for another shred of proof, take your servant and go down there and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. You'll get the confirmation of what I'm telling you of how the game is won. Go ahead and read.
Come. And thou shalt hear what they say, and afterward shall thine hands be strengthened to go down unto the host. Then went he down with Phurah his servant unto the outside of the armed men that were in the host.
Read it again.
Come, sir. And thou shalt hear what they say, and afterwards shall thine hands be strengthened to go down unto the host.
What verse you in right quick?
Judges 7, verse 11, sir.
Okay. Give me verse 9 again.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 9. And it came to pass the same night that the Lord said unto him, Arise, get thee down unto the host.
Right. So now the Lord said, Arise, get thee down unto the host. Right. Talking about the army, the opposition, right? And what did he say about that? Now, in this case, remember now, we're living in a time for us, right? We're in a time where we got to go to war the same way, but just not with weapons, because the weapons of our warfare is not from. So right now, we same like again, we going up against strongholds, principalities, religions, and we have to fight the exact same way. We're on YouTube and we're doing these social media stuff and TikTok and being on the news for all kind of reasons to put a light out there to say, hey, yo, we exist.
Right.
And the things that we are saying is against what society is saying. Right. We're going to war against what they are saying. Because we do what they say and follow them, we get destroyed. Meaning what? Everything they're doing is against us. Right. But we have to fight against that host, whatever that host is. Christians rule the government.
Right.
Christians rule DeKalb County.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? DeKalb County, Smyrna. You see what I'm saying? We got to get up into these positions and those places some way, somehow, whoever can, whoever will. You got to get up in there some way. And you got to fight against their influences on our people. You see what I'm saying? You got to get on the radio waves. Christians are ruling the radio wave. They're ruling all the talk shows.
Right.
These bras with these crystals and these feminism and I don't need a man and N-words ain't ish.
Right.
You gotta fight against that because they pushing that as a thing that is good. You know what I mean? And they get paid to do that. They get paid to run a show.
Right.
And it sounds good to people and people believe it and eat it up. You gotta give them something else that sounds good and get paid for it and make people eat it up.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got to replace that. You got to go to war against that. All right? Keep going.
Arise, get thee down unto the host.
Yeah, arise. Get thee down to the host. Get into the battle. Get on the radio waves. Get into government. Go to your community. What do they call them over here? They call them community board meetings. You have to
City council.
Get into the city council and be a voice there. You see what I'm saying? Push up against what they trying to push on you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Don't
be thinking, we got a city council. We go together.
City council.
We got a city council. They mean good for us. Well, well, how's the results been so far? How's they looking out here?
Right.
Because I go to Bankhead and I see people with with tattoos all over their face with no home.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? High out their mind. I know if in any ant house, you know what I mean, the owner is in charge and he makes things happen or not happen. So whatever is being going on around you, it ain't just be, oh, you black people are bad or people are doing what they want to do. Someone's in charge of you, telling you what to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was watching Bro, I've been getting put on, y'all. I'm in the hood, y'all. I'm getting around and I'm seeing what the people are saying and doing.
Right. And
I'm seeing there's this rapper that they all love called Hot Head Youngin. I don't know if you ever heard of Hot Head Youngin. You know what I mean? You know about Hot Head Youngin?
Fortunately, I'm too old for that.
Okay, no problem. The young guys love him.
Good night.
Right? He got talent, but he's not in the industry. So people are saying they got the wrong people in the industry, and the real talent is on the street because people want whoever's in the industry to be there.
Right.
And they want whoever got talent to not be your voice. Right. And of course, they're gonna buy him over. They're gonna buy him over, and then they're gonna tell him what to say, and they're gonna make him be your influence based on how they want you to be influenced. See what I'm saying? We all know hip hop in the '90s was different.
Right.
Hip hop and rap in the '90s.
Right.
It was all about loving black people and how to treat your sisters better.
Right.
And I don't want to. We all in the same gang.
UNITY.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And respect.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, that's not what they want for you. You see what I'm saying? So so now we got to get up into this battle against the host. Keep reading.
For I have delivered.
Call out where you are too.
Oh, Salaki, this is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 9.
Good.
For I have delivered it unto thine hand.
That's good now. But he said, I have delivered it into thine hand. Thine meaning your hand, right? Remember, they ain't not even in the battle yet.
Right.
See what I'm saying? You gotta know that's how it is. That's how the Lord works.
Right.
You come into the truth, which is this ISUPK. You get down in the battle is won before you even got in there.
Right.
By you. And you have to believe that. You have to know that and believe that the Lord is with you. And get up in there because it's already been won for you. Now, you just go and take it.
Right.
A lot of brothers get scared. Oh, we got to go on a radio show. I got slavery, sir. I got saved by my kids and my baby mom, and my mom just died, sir. I got to get to the funeral. What would the captain say? Slakia, leave your mom's funeral. Don't go there and go down here. No, sir. Okay, no problem. We're just gonna be 5 niggas in Atlanta. 5 brothers in Atlanta.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Unless we get up into the battle, because it's already been won. The conversation you're gonna have to open the door for you has already been won.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't be scared to talk to someone. You see what I'm saying?
Sir.
That's what the Lord is saying here. And there's nothing new under the sun, brother.
Right.
You know what I mean? What's going on in Judges? What's going on in Matthews and Romans and the Maccabees and 2025? All right. No problem. Let's take it back, Icon.
All right. Who do we have with us?
Yabashim Yashabakta, Officer Gakwan, Salaki.
Hey, Yashta, what's going on, priest?
Nothing major, sir. Nothing major, sir. Everything to all.
Most High in Christ. What, I'm checking in with us.
Who that got the one?
Kamakan. Salaki, for my tardiness, man. There wasn't no link in the comments. But I've been tuned in for the most part, though.
Oh, Slacky, no sweat, man. Well, Slacky for that, and hey, better late than never.
Yeah, was the only one, man. I came there 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean?
Kamakan.
Yeah. Right. You know what I mean?
That was important right there.
God.
And Slacky,
if I could have just read just one more verse.
Yeah, come.
Just keep reading that, show.
Khan, sir.
And call out where we are.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 10. But thou feared to go down.
Read it again.
But if thou fear,
keep going.
To go down.
That's what we're talking about. Psalms 1, but Satan's gonna play fear on you. He's gonna give you some reason to make you think you can't go down there. Oh, I can't go down there because the people I knew in the world are gonna say I will smoke weed or some other thing. When the Lord will shield anybody.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We're dealing with. If I keep it a buck, if I keep it 100, you see what I'm saying? You're not dealing with your regular life when you deal with this work of the Lord here. You don't work the same way how you used to work when you was growing up. You come up in there, you get your name, you walk with angels. It's a whole different scenario. The water flows differently when you're here. Water flows up.
Right.
Water don't flow down on you and drown you like you've been doing in the world, and no matter what you do, nothing will work. Flows a little differently when you come up in here. And the angels, I'm trying to tell you, everybody else going to New York freely as they like.
Right.
They're getting on buses and planes, and I can't get nowhere. I can't leave. Why can't I leave?
Hey, most times you got no plan with you, so that's, that's it.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
if I may, very heavy point on one, because that's what we have to understand of being men of the Lord is don't let that fear overtake you. All right. And 2 Timothy 1:7 says the Lord did not give us a spirit of fear.
That's right.
Right. So that's not what's in us from the jump from what the Most High gave us. All right. And also the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity.
Say what?
Incredulity.
But before that.
Fear not the imaginations.
Fear not the what?
Imaginations
right.
against thee. Those
That's
imaginations is exactly what you was talking about.
Yeah.
Those things that we think are going to happen. We'll have that fear of something that we think, something that we've made up in our mind. Those are those demons. You know what I'm saying? So it says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that spake against thee. All right. So if we look up the definition of incredulity, the state of being unwilling or unable to believe something. So you don't sit up here and get that fear to a point where you let it control what you're able to do. All right. Because think about what kind of situation we'll be in if every mighty man of the Most High feared doing something. If, you know what I'm saying, Moses feared raising up that staff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If Christ feared getting up on that cross. You know what I'm saying? If fear controlled us doing something, we ain't gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? Just how, you know what I'm saying, Otto said of just how he said it. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit up here and be like, oh, we got to get in front of some cameras, in front of a bunch of people. No, slavery. No, don't let that stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. That's what 2nd Esdras is talking about. Don't let that incredulity
Another one come.
doing what you're supposed to do. The Lord did not give us a spirit of fear. You know what I'm saying? Angel of the Lord is encamped around the righteous. So we have to understand is that we're protected. We have that overhead, that scene. You know what I'm saying? The Most High will give us that protection that we need. All right. Also, the book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 7. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. All right. So if we know him, if we trust in him, and knowing him is knowing how to obey him, knowing how to love him, knowing how to be pleasing in his sight. So if we do that and we trust in him, that's our stronghold. What is there else to fear? What you scared about? All right. It's like let's go ahead and keep on reading and try to get through the rest of this real quick to a certain point about the show.
We can scroll back down to where we were initially, or start back at 10.
We can go back down to where we were initially about the show. Did we make it down to what, 12?
Con, I believe so. Con, sir. I believe that's the last one we read.
All right, go ahead.
13.
All right. Wow.
Oh, con, sir. This is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 13. And when Gideon was come, behold, there was a man that told a dream unto his fellow and said, behold, I dreamed a dream, and lo, a cake of barley bread tumbled into the host of Midian, and came unto a tent, and smote it that it fell, and overturned it that the tent lay alone.
All right. So now remember, this is Gideon and his servant going down, and they're pretty much being spies. They're ear hustling, and they hear this dream being spoken about. All right. Go ahead and read.
Khan. And his fellow answered and said, this is nothing else save the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, a man of Israel.
So this here is speaking about the translation. The man had the dream, and now his fellow is interpreting his dream. Right? And in this dream, they're naming names. He let them know who they're talking about. And who are they talking about?
Salagi, son of Joash.
Which is who?
Gideon.
It's Gideon. So Gideon hears these men talking about a dream and hear the interpretation of the dream being about him. Think about how heavy that is. You got brothers up here dreaming about you. You know what I'm saying? And I said dream, but it's more of a nightmare. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that power. The Most High is giving your enemy nightmares about you. All right? That's heavy.
Right.
Most High is making, you know what I'm saying, cats have nightmare. Freddy Krueger. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's so key too. Because of course you come in here, you're labeled a black Hebrew Israelite. You know what I mean? Christians automatically is against you. Christians, Muslims,
right?
All the Israelite groups, automatically everyone's against you. Atheists, they're all against you, all of a sudden. Right. You know what I mean? And it could be you could feel a little bit your imaginations could make you a little fearful of going to camp and seeing them when the Lord will just give them nightmares about you. Right. You know what I mean? And they're gonna go to their grandma and they're gonna say, "Stay home today." Right. Williams, right? Stay home today. Right. You know what I mean? You will get nothing to fear. The Lord is in charge. You safe always. I'm trying to tell you. I'm in New York. I'm in a place called Crown Heights, so I live. I'm there to command Johanna. There's no gun crime out here. Everybody's at peace. The Bloods and Crips are together everywhere I go. And I turn on the news, crime everywhere. Right. You know what I mean? Things are the safe when you're around because the Lord is making sure that you are safe. You know what I mean? I'm in Stone Mountain. That's what I say. I reported kept in the car. You know what I mean? I was in a shootout. But I wasn't shooting. But I was getting shot at. Did I tell you? I ain't tell you the other day at the Posh Rock crib. Lock it. Yeah.
That one. We got to catch up on that one.
What day was that? This was Wednesday, Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, Wednesday, Tuesday. You know what I mean? Yeah, we ducking shots, man. Ducking behind homeboy vehicle. You know what I mean? Yeah. And whatever happened was the brother that was getting shot at, I got him to subscribe to the school. Wow. You see what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean? But the brother is driving down. He's a security guard, and you got young brothers robbed the store, some Indian store. They robbed the cash store, and they banging it up in the back of this housing complex in Stone Mountain. So security guard trying to stop them, like, yo, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what they're doing. Try to stop them. The brother trying to run him over. Security guard busting the shots in the car. They drive off, and then they speed up the road, doing drive-bys on the whole complex. And when they drive back, now I'm in the front with him. Like, hey, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. The sign got hit, everything got hit. I'm standing there looking at them. I'm like, rules is duck. Something said the rules is duck behind this car. And I get put the position, I duck on the ground. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm okay. You know what I mean? He's okay. It could have been for someone else. It could have been bad. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? He's scared to death of being out the security guards. He's scared to death of being out there because how young guys are. Right. I told Captain Card the incident report. Captain Card said, "No worries, they're not coming back." You're in Philly. I know they're not coming back. Right. So I stayed out there to teach the brother. You know what I mean? I'm teaching the brother. I put under the Bible. He's bored. He's security guard overnight. Nothing going on. 2 a.m. I'm teaching him, say God is black here. We go to Revelation. I'm teaching the Bible like how you teach some brother. Right. You know what I mean? And these cats did not come. And the brother stayed. The brother security guard was like, please stay. They go give me, you say you teach, right? Go give me a lesson. Just taught him a lesson.
Right.
You know what I mean? I said, I'm gonna get my Bible and come right back. He said, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? He got taught that night. You see what I'm saying? I got it on video.
And it's like if I made a big teaching right there is if I made a book of Psalms chapter 34 verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth. That's what that is. That's what you're speaking about. So you fear the Lord. The angel of the Lord saying camped around you.
Hey, what's that?
You want to be delivered out of one.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking that if I left that on that flight 2 weeks ago, right? Putting on the flight. If I get on the flight 2 weeks ago, I would have never even talked to him straight up. I talked to him. He let me know this other sister called Peace living in she's sister living in the neighborhood. She believes she is like give her a flight today at the swimming pool today. She's the pool manager.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I gave her a flight. You see what I'm saying? Let her know UPK we're a little different. She oh yeah, they like good. We doing work out here, man. Right. This is me right here. He's a security guard, right? So you got the red and light, the blue lights on in the car. Put it on your thing here. I'm just teaching this brother. In the midst of the seven times, I'm trying to tell you, we're out here doing work, man.
The work don't stop. The work don't stop. The work don't run nothing off.
You know what I mean? Brother Marcus, man, I am Stone Mountain, man.
Right.
I'm trying to get him down here. You know what I mean? He works when we have school.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. You gotta do something. Who's around Stone Mountain? Nobody. Me? But whoever's nearby, I need him to get in contact with y'all.
Who made that happen?
You Stone Mountain. Huh?
No, that's
Kanye.
Yeah, it's Kanye, sir.
Yeah.
You and Napash Kaya. You and Napash are closest to Stone Mountain, but Stone Mountain not far from us. With our powers combined, we'll get it done.
Right.
We'll make that happen. Sure. You hook them, we'll will them in. All right. Go ahead and keep on reading, Barbara Shaw.
Khan says the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 14. And his fellow answered and said, this is nothing else save the sword of Gideon, the son of Joash, a man of Israel. For into his hand hath God delivered Midian and all the host. And it was so, when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and the interpretation thereof, that he worshipped and returned into the host of Israel and said, arise, for the Lord hath delivered into your hand the host of Midian.
It's that pregame speech. You let them know, like, let's get it. Arise. It's showtime. Gideon heard all that he needed to hear. Hey, let's prep the troops. Let's get it. Gonna keep reading
right quick. Know that if you see a church around you, if you saw it, it's delivered onto you. So you got to find a way to just get in there and take it.
Right.
Captain Azar told me to go look for church, what do you call it? Bible discussions. Right. So whatever they got Bible discussions.
Right.
I know them down. The day he said that, I went down. I took down 30. I wrote down 30.
Right.
You know what I mean? Walked into one. Before I came down here, walked into one. Christians clapped for us when we were leaving. They was glad that we was there, but they started to turn to us. One of the pastors hated it,
right? Because
he see that we taking away the shine. He don't know what to do. I mean, why is he mad? He doesn't even know what to do.
Right.
He's in there talking to them, telling them we have a conflict. Society says two men shouldn't get married. No, he said the Bible says two men shouldn't get married, but no, that I'm saying. The Bible says two men should not get married, right? But then society says two men can't get married. I'm like, they in church. He doesn't know what to do. Is he a man of God? Like, what is he? You know what I'm saying? So I have to go to him like, yo, Christ said, beware of the traditions of men. First of all, you know, and put the scriptures where Lord comes first, then society. You see what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know what I mean? These guys don't know. These guys don't know anything. And the day you come up in there, is the day that someone's prayers got answered because they wanted their church to get right. And you was the answer to their prayer. You young brother from the hood with beards and boots and braids. Right. You see what I'm saying? You know, waves. You know what I mean? You're going to answer these people's prayer because they want to get right with the Lord. That's why the church is there. The church is there and people's in there because they're there to get right with God. Right. And they go in there, and what they're saying in Ecclesiastes, they go to the righteous, and iniquity was there. Sin was in that place of righteousness in church. Right. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So you see a church, it's to be gotten. Right. You see what I'm saying? So on that topic, you know what I mean? I'm passing back to higher car. See what I'm saying? What I want everyone to do, everyone watching, right? If you know someone and they talking about, oh, you're a Hebrew Israelite, I need to ask them what church they go to and when is their Bible discussion day. You know, we might. Never tell them you will. Just tell them we might want to come through. Just have a friendly Bible discussion. No animosity, no beef. Right. We're gonna come there. We just gonna hear what you got to say. And see, I give them straight up. I give them challenges. See if you can bring me over to your church. Right. You see what I'm saying? I tell you, they like that. Right. Yeah, they like that. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Tell Pastor such and such, Willie McGillicuddy. You know what I mean? Bring this Hebrew Israelite over to Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? No problem. When is Bible discussion day? Write it down and give it to him. Right, get the location, the name of the church, you know what I mean, who you talk to, whoever you talk to, ask them if they know anybody else that got a Bible discussion also. Get all those down, make a nice long list, all the brothers put together. Right. You know what I mean? And give it to him. And then I guess you talk to Captain, talk to Officer Europe, come. Yeah, there you go. Give it to me. I'll fly down for some of that. In there with y'all. I'll take that 14-hour bus. God willing, with permission from my camp leader, Captain Desire, he's down here. You know what I mean? We walk up into this church, Baptist, Methodist church, whatever church. Right. You know what I mean? We sit there, welcome, hey, what's going on? Hey, hallelujah. I don't think they're gonna say it to me. Hallelujah.
God, it's like if I made that's gonna be real heavy because knowing that the wicked flee and no man pursueth, I can just imagine running. I do like your perspective, like, hey, try to win me over. Try to see me change your mind. A lot of times, you see that they'll start running when you chase them. So yeah. As soon as you show that you have some type of inclination on the scriptures, they'll tuck tail.
Yeah, remember, because Christ made us fishers of men. And you come with that the bait and the hook. Right. The fish runs. Right. Even though you gave him really better bait. Right. They're gonna run. They put the fish in there, you put the fishing hook in there, they're gonna scatter. Say, oh, here's something came in the water. Right. They're gonna run. You gotta find a way, just like a fisherman. Christ called us fishers of men. Who want it? Give them some bait to not make them run. You gotta get them in. You can get one fish. I thought Sister Peace, Sister Peace. I was like, yeah, she's a fish. I'm like, maybe I should get a fish net. What church do you go to? You're an Israelite? Wow, you're an Israelite. Oh, you go to church? Oh, really? Right. I didn't even go battle her, but I ain't correcting her or nothing. She's talking about white people can be saved. Oh, that's nice. What church you go to? Mm-hmm. Okay. I got a contact. Give me Instagram. We're going to talk, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna go to a church. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go up in there because it's already been delivered to us. Right. We just gotta go down there and do it. Right. Fear not. With your imaginations or the fear of your imagination. Just get rid of that. Just be a robot. Just be like, just be a robot. Don't even think anything. After what you're thinking, just be a robot and just go. Be afraid later. Right. You see what I'm saying? What man goes to war and you're afraid? Right. You know what I mean? I got wife and kids at home. No, you got wife and kids later.
It's like, yeah. That's the heavy point we just hit on the scripture earlier with Gideon. Mm-hmm. That was the first, shifting that the Most High did. He sent everybody home that was afraid. So if you're afraid, go home. Mm-hmm. That's how those numbers first got down. Heavy point I want. It's like okay. Go ahead and keep on reading, Mark Shaw. One little point here.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 16. And he divided the 300 men into 3 companies And he put a trumpet in every man's hand with empty pitchers and lamps within the pitcher.
So now this here again is talking about strategy, because we're looking at characteristics of a warrior. A warrior has to be strategic. Just how, you know what I'm saying, Abram knew to attack at night.
Yep.
This is another strategy of this divide. Let me separate what I have, position them correctly. Go ahead, keep on reading, Baba Chuck.
And he said unto them, look on me and do likewise. And behold, when I come to the outside of the camp, it shall be that as I do, so shall ye do.
So this is something very heavy, because this is what you need to know coming into ISUPK. Move like the men above you. That's exactly what this is saying. So Gideon said, hey, do what I do. Move how I move. Coming to the ISUPK, you move like the men above you. I came to the truth. That's what I did. I knew something was right because I saw Commander Junior how to do it. I knew something was right because I saw 12 Shield General Muhammad. I knew something was right because I saw my camp leader do it. I knew something was right because I saw the men above me doing it. I knew it was right. I knew how to move. And that's how you have to that's how you have to submit yourself on coming in and being new, being reborn is, hey, how am I supposed to be a man? All right. How do I need to be a man of God? So that's what we do. You come in here, you move like the man above you. Go ahead, keep on reading.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 18. When I blow with a trumpet, I and all that are with me, then blow ye the trumpets also on every side of all the camp, and say, the sword of the Lord and of Gideon.
So now remember, they're up here saying exactly what they feared. Gideon knew their fear. So that's like a nightmare come true.
Right.
That is literally what Gideon is doing. He's making their nightmare come true. All right. So for the sake of time, we're going to skip past 19, because 19 just goes over them actually doing it. 18 talked about, you know, Gideon just giving the command and the instruction to do so. All right. Go ahead and read verse 20, Baba Shah.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 20. And the three companies blew the trumpets and
all of them did what they were supposed to do. Go ahead.
And break the pitchers and held the lamps in their left hands and the trumpets in their right hands to blow withal. And they cried, the sword of the Lord and of Gideon.
All right, so you had these 300 men that did what they were instructed to do. Now, we have to understand as Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, one, the power that we have when we unite under the Most High. The power that we have when we follow orders. All right. So once we unite under the Most High, and we follow orders and we come back to the Lord, what type of power do we have? Go ahead and read verse 21.
Before we get there, just read that last part again in that verse right there. Sure.
Come, sir. Book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 20. The last Salaki, the sword of the Lord and of Gideon.
Right. These are the 300 men talking. Right. They are allowed to big up their man of the Lord. Whoever was in their time. See what I'm saying? They're allowed to big him up. So we're not wrong to big up Commander Gideon.
Right.
That's a man of God.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You know, you might not know him, that man got pedigree.
Right.
Of being a man of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? If they're right to big up Gideon, we right to big up Commander Gideon. I'm reading right here in Hebrew, right? Korab la Yahweh. Wa Gadai Wa la Gadai. Right? Right? Sword to Yahweh and to Gideon.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So don't make nobody tell you wrong. Oh, you guys are worshiping. I've heard it all. You know, so you get around in Atlanta enough and you start talking about this Commander Gideon, people gonna say, he ain't Christ.
Right.
He ain't. You listen to him like he a man. You're not supposed to follow a man. Well, should they follow Gideon? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They should follow Gideon. He's a man of the Lord. I'm saying your pastor is not a man of the Lord. You should follow that man. Because that man in there talking about being swallowed and all kind of stuff. Right. You see what I'm saying? Come on now. You know what I mean? You should follow a man of God, men like Gideon. Right. You see what I'm saying? We got Come on, man. Man, the Lord is warriors. You know him.
Right.
Is he beside me right here? Oh, do you know him? It's the warrior of the Lord right here. You see what I'm saying? God made him to be a warrior.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If the Lord ever unleashes him, you know what I mean, in a different way, be afraid.
Right.
Tell people to be scared. Just go and be scared. You see what I'm saying? Because he's coming.
Right.
You understand? Yeah. You know, Command Gideon, he loves guns. Y'all might not know him. He loves guns. He probably got closets and rooms full of guns and bullets. Only.
Right.
Take your tithes money to buy guns. don't let him know I said that. You see what I'm saying? But I've been around for a little bit. Right. You know what I mean? And I get to learn just a little bit. You know what I mean? You see some of these Passover videos where they give them tributes. The tributes are guns. Guns are long like this table right here. Bolt action, all kinds of. Right. I don't know what that means. You know what that means. Because you're a word of the Lord. You're a warrior of God. You know what I mean? He gets all that, and he's appreciative of it. This ain't no fucking this ain't no teddy bears and candy. Right. You know what I mean? Don't bring that. Bring guns to him. He like that. Guns and big, long, sharp swords taller than your building. He loves that. Right. That's the man of the Lord. You know what I mean? And Gideon here, you know what I mean? You know, we were in Judges. Come on. This is after Joshua. Joshua, them guys was killers. Right. You see what I'm saying? Joshua go in a town and be like, just kill everybody. Yeah. Just kill everybody. Because they are on our property that the Lord gave us, and they don't want to leave. Get rid of them. Get rid of all of them. Right. That was a man of the Lord. It was different. Like, yo, go get your house back. And they don't want to give you your house. Just go get rid of them. You see what I'm saying? Now, of course, under your house shot right now. It's not the time for that. You see what I'm saying? The time for that is after World War III. Right. You see what I'm saying? So there's a time to kill and a time to heal. We need to heal. Right. You understand? We destroyed. Right. And the Lord got them already. They complaining about. I told you today. Some white man is on Atlanta News First talking about he's having a hard time growing his pecans tree. He got tariffs. God is giving America tariffs through Donald Trump. Right. To hurt white businesses. Right. You see what I'm saying? The Lord done gave us 3 hurricanes back to back from Florida to Atlanta. Right. To just ruin all of their crops. Right. The Lord is hurting them. Oh my gosh, what are we in Judges? Skip me back 4 chapters, all the way at. Give me Judges 3 and 12. I think I brought this out to the school about 5 times in the scripture right here.
God, sir. This is the book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 12. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord.
Now, you turn around in Atlanta, the children of Israel do evil in the sight of the Lord. Right. Where the Lord can see it, meaning in your house. Right. So the Lord sees it in your house and on the street, and in your basement, and in the dark where you think no one can see, but God sees it. Right. Keep reading.
God. And the Lord strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab, against Israel.
Yeah, that's what the Lord do when the people of Atlanta sin. The Lord rises up white people, make them strong. Who else is out here? Ishmael, Lord, right? Make Ishmael strong out here, boy. Who else is out here? Who's strong? These strong heathens out here. You know, the Indians go to all the stores. I seen the boys rob the store. I put the cash register in my neighborhood over there in Stormont. Yeah, the Ishmaelites, they're strong. Ham is still strong, sir. Ham coming here and talking about, yeah, we black brothers. We black brothers. We black brothers. Yeah, he come and get strong on you. You get poor and he gets strong. Right. You see what I'm saying? You do right by the Most High. You get strong. He gets weak. You see them get weak. You know what I'm saying? Like he says, you gotta be a strategist. Start playing your cards right. I told you, I got a whole gun range because he a killer, right? Killer Lord, right? He got land. They could practice sharpening his sword all day. Right. Saying, I want to think about this plant, a pecan tree. I think. You know what I mean? The guy, white man on TV complaining about pecans. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's plant a pecan tree and see which it grows. Diversify a little bit. Yeah, diversify your portfolio. Right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's that. All right. Any more on the scripture there?
God, sir. Because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord.
Right. The Lord strengthened these heathens because we did evil in the sight of the Lord. That's what happens when you sin. So people say, oh, Why can't I smoke weeds? God ain't gonna trip over that. It's why you're weak and they are strong.
Right.
You know, come, oh, we gotta support black businesses, not theirs. They don't say we gotta support Chinese businesses. It gets supported off of your sin.
Right.
You know, you don't support black businesses, stop sinning. It's how you support black businesses.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Oh, I see his business is flourishing. I go there yesterday. I'm looking for him. I'm like, the black shooting range. We should be the only guys here, right? Nope. I pull up. I said, bah, 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 bah. He ain't even there. I'm going. He's probably the next one over there. I said, bah, bah, bah. I said, whole family. Bah, 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 bah. He not there. I'm like, damn. We got probably keep going. Yeah, got to go. Where you at? You know what I mean? I gotta go all the way out to the bottom, and then I find him with other people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Lord is blessing the brother's business. You see what I'm saying? And we need more of that. We need more of that. Whatever business you guys find, you want to bring it to other brothers. The scripture says, "Let every man not seek his own wealth while another's." So, if you got some idea you've had, you want to put it on the table, write things down, and eventually, brothers want to look about trying to, get each other up around, bring more money in the school. You know what I mean? Can fund more ventures because we need to go places. We got, we'll need a school van eventually.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? But is there any more in that scripture there? We
Allah, so that was it.
That's it. Good. So let's go back to Judges 7.
Yeah, there's 7 and 21. Judges chapter 7, verse 21.
Come. So like me to read.
Please.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 7, verse 21. And they stood every man in his place round about the camp, and all the host ran and cried and fled.
They did what?
Ran and cried and fled.
They ran, they cried, and they fled. They took tail off of 300 men.
Right?
Blowing trumpets. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't even kill nobody.
We smashed some pots and blew trumpets. We ain't even lifted a sword to yet. And they ran and cried and fled. All right. That shows the power that the Most High has. That shows the power that we have once we unite under the Most High. All right. So we're going to try to wrap. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Like I said, I figured we're going to get into a second part of Gideon, because understand this is just the first little tidbit of it. Gideon got a little bit more gangster. You know what I'm saying? Gideon really started letting these folks know what's happening out here. All right. But this is a great spot to end at, because we see, like I said, the power that we have. That's why, the book of Zephaniah says, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Right. We have to have that brotherhood. We have to come together. When we come together, we have to have that faith in the Most High. All right. We have to turn back to the Most High and obey Him. All right. So, if I may, you had an announcement, sir?
I made it already. I made it. Yeah, absolutely. You get whoever you know. You're talking about your Israelite. Make a list of the church they're from.
Right.
And you want them to tell you when is the Bible discussion day. When is church discussion? Father's discussion, or men's discussion, or brother's discussion, whatever discussion they got going on, we want to know about it. And we want to find some rotation of some sort to get there. 2-3 brothers at a time. Go there. Whoever's capable, whoever's right for the mission. Come. We go there. Basically, it's all of us. We go there. You see what I'm saying? But there's too many churches out here.
Right.
These is fish to be caught. You know what I mean? And the Lord said they've already caught if you just fish them. See what I'm saying? So that's it. If online, you hearing? Know that I said that. Do that. Don't you not do that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You talk to someone at your job. Oh, what church you go to? Oh, okay. I can't talk about that. Just what day is Bible discussion day? Wednesday? Good. You know what I mean? What's the name of it? Good. Good. Note it down. Make a list. Send it to him. So can I send it to you?
Come.
Send it to him. Make sure I have it, brotherly. I couldn't say do that. I don't know brothers' burdens. I make sure I ask. You know what I mean?
No sweat, sir.
All
Hey, well, Thwada for everybody checking in with us tonight online and even in the room. Thwada, the young man Tevin, being a strong reader once again. Thwada for that. Thwada, the precinct officer Marzar for holding down Shamar. And that's who we will pass class off to, precinct officer 500 Marzar.
Charity announcements. We are the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. These 10 in the Hebrew, my Isra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. You will offer for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. That'll be Sunday, the 21st of September. Remind Akim and Nakwas to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarves. So with that, you want courtesy salute to the men of Israel, Amaju, Mash the Bot, Amadu, Barak, we said translate from Hebrew to English. The Lord bless you in the name of Christ. You have the top, hands down. You want courtesy salute to the sisters online. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak, Yahweh Shema, we said translated from Hebrew to English. The Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. You have the top, hands down, class dismissed.
That's right. It's like icon. Send the mic back on the table over here.